This is Dickie Darkside from Dickie and the Noob, and you are listening to the Escape Pod Cast. This show is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. In honor of Pride Month, we are reading the Dr. Afra comics. Join us on the Escape Podcast Discord server, and then at the end of the month, we will discuss the comics on the show, all part of Dickie's Comic Club, every month on the Escape Podcast Discord server. Now it's time for the show, so take it away, boys.
One is a Grand Arena Specialist from the UK. The other is a Territory Battle Tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. But with both having decades of hosting experience under their belt, the one thing we are sure of is you will be entertained. This is the Escape Pod Cast, a weekly look into the mobile game Star Wars: Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the Nerdy Network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod Cast.
A relatively quiet week was hard for all, but there were a couple of things.
Yeah, the calendar got explained in more detail.
And Proving Grounds turned out to not be what it was planned to be.
Well, it did prove to be what it was. The event just didn't run as planned.
You're going to get into an argument over semantics with me again. You know it doesn't go well for you when you do that.
I'll bring it on. And if we do, then I will endeavor to argue more articulately.
Well, the monthly calendar for June looked a bit strange, so it kind of got its own post.
We'll go over that post in full, but it's looking like another change to GAC.
Yes, it is yet another change to GAC. I'm calling it version 3.1, because unlike the last change, this one's kind of small.
You think reducing a GAC month from 4 to 3 weeks is small?
We'll get into it.
All right, fine. An old friend and content creator returned to the HotUtils, Neil.
And we have him for this week's incoming transmission.
It's been so long since we last saw him. I'm really curious to know what he's been doing and why he came back.
I have the same burning curiosity.
Well, you know what? It is time for a new Dickie and the Noob this week.
Oh, yes, and there is a special guest on the episode, so don't miss it.
Definitely, you do not want to miss this one. And double the questions, double the fun on the bridge for Patreon's choice, since we missed it last week.
All this and breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast News.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Escape Pod Cast. I'm your host, Nev, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host and hetero life partner, Paul. Paul, how you doing today?
Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that I get to do this. I mean, I love it. I love it. Let's also make sure that we celebrate the fact that we got it rebooted. Bob, welcome back. Sorry that you got stuck in sleep mode last week.
Hey, I was tired. I got plenty of rest, and I'm back better than ever. So,
all right. So, it has been a fun week. Just this past weekend. Do you know what happened, Neil?
It's Star Wars Celebration.
Star Wars Celebration. What did we talk about on our show that we were going to do at Star Wars Celebration?
Deliver a petition to CG.
Yes, and I'm going to play the audio. The listeners will hear the audio, but the viewers will actually see the actual video. Before I play it, a special thanks goes out to Geek Girl and her brother Andrew for taking the petition directly to CG. CG has the sign, and CG has seen the petition, and they know that it's online. So You'll hear something funny during that, but here we go.
Hi guys, so I'm Andrew. I'm going to be trying to interview Meathead to hopefully get Hondo on the game, because we all know we need a Hondo Anaka in our lives, and we need him to have both good side and bad side tags and abilities. So we will see how that goes. Petition for Hondo.
Oh, is it 500 pages?
It's close enough. It was a 30-page document of everything. So, I mean...
Hate to see this thing. Didn't even staple it.
No, I didn't. Why would you staple anything anymore?
I don't think this is real. I don't think this is real.
We can do
that. Looks like a fake name.
Okay. You're good with fake names. Hey, that's how most petitions work, right?
No comment.
No comment?
You didn't even alphabetize these things.
Hey, I printed it as it was sent to me.
Yes, that is for you.
So the silence was him reading the sign. And of course, you know, he's got the unamused look on his face that during the that we paused on. I decided to gray out the video. I thought it'd be, you know, be worth it to do that. But
that is such a memeable image right there.
It is, and I already did it.
Such a memeable. That is so memeable because he's holding up a piece of card. So yeah, that is so memeable.
That is true. I already have memed it as well. With, you know, because he was also in that picture. He also looked very thoughtful, and he dropped a knowledge nugget in chat. So I just memed it on top of that and put it back in chat for him.
Okay.
So, Big Country Mags, first off, Cascade cheered 100 bits, and Big Country Mags has resubscribed for his 21st month. He says, "Skull y'all, Hondo confirmed, Hondo not confirmed yet. We're trying. We are really trying." But such a great interaction. He even posted, Neil, I don't know if you saw this, the Saturday that we took it to him, or that Geek Girl took that to them, he posted in the SWGOH events server, "I have been tracked down," with a picture of our sign.
Nice one. Excellent.
So it's going to happen one way or another. Cass, thank you for another 100 bits. Cass is trying to get a hype train going.
Cass is trying to get a hype train going. Yes, start the hype train because it's National Donut Day and I still haven't had one yet. I didn't realize that you had a National Donut Day, but apparently you do, and apparently it's today.
And you have Tim Hortons there, right?
I don't know. There's no donut place. I'm just going to see if I can find a donut place close by after the show. Well, Nev, I haven't eaten today.
If you do have a Tim Hortons there, the hype train could be bits for Timbits. Just saying. Those are the donut holes.
It's a hype train for donuts. It's a hype train for me to go get some donuts.
There we go.
There is
Clash pushed us over with 300 bits. So
Thank you very much, Clash.
There we go. We will acknowledge when the hype train moves along, and acknowledge at the end everybody that helped cause this hype train to go as far as it did. Wolfell says CG could confirm it, then delay it till the day before they shut down the servers. That's how they roll. Oh, come on, stop being.
I think no. I'll tell you one thing. I think that they will do when they know that when they've got it in their heads that on this day in this year the game will end, the servers will be shut down, it will be over. When they know that date, I think that they'll be like, right, well, we can do what the hell we want with the game now. So let's put all of these characters in that everybody's been asking for. It doesn't matter how good or how shite they are or how poor they are. It's like, who gives a shit? You know, we've been told that the game is going to end on this day and we've got like X amount of months. So we're just going to go nuts. And we're going to throw in a bunch of characters, and something interesting like that would be fun. Bits for Hondo, bits for Nev's Donut. I'm just trying to think of. I don't think there's anywhere close by where I can get donuts, so I'd have to go to the nearest Dunkin' Donuts. But it'd be a nice walk.
So we have had a uneventful but informative day or week in the game.
Yeah. We got to try out Proving Games.
Proving Grounds.
Proving Grounds, sorry. Everybody over 4 mil GP actually got to try it, which wasn't supposed to happen. The event did not run as intended.
Yeah, it's Wolf. I mean, Wolf is saying they have no credibility. They are trash. Started when they said not all GL requirements will need to be reliced. My question, Wolf, is if you don't like it, why do you still follow/support it? I don't get it. Why punch yourself in the face and then complain that face punching is going on?
It's not. It's because he's criticizing them. So if there's something that you like, you never ever criticize it.
But they are trash. That is extreme.
Oh yeah, no, it is. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's not an extreme position. I'm simply saying that it's a perfectly legitimate position to have, because if you don't like something, if you like something but you're critical of it, then you'll be critical of it in however way or however manner that you want to. So it's perfectly legitimate.
Sephiroth,
I wouldn't use those words. You wouldn't use those words. That doesn't mean that nobody else can use those words.
I know. It just baffles me. So we just moved on through hype train level 1. Sephiroth and Cascade both were shiny nickels. Clash with another 300
nice.
Bits. And
I must be able to get at least one donut so far.
And also, Dr. Feelgood with 500 bits and Cass with another shiny nickel.
Hey, can I say something about that real quick though?
Of course you can.
I've talked about this for years probably. CG are no saints. They mess up a lot and everything. But I have played every hero collector for the last 6 years. Raid, Dragon Champions, Awakened Chaos Era. If there's a hero collector, I've played it for a while, for months, for a couple of days. They've perfected this game over 6 years, and this is still the best hero collector, no matter how expensive packs are or anything. I don't try to be egotistical about it, but I think I could kind of tell you rating wise, like they do a better job than most any other hero collector out there. And I'm not saying there's not good ones or anything like that, but CG they made their mistakes, but right now I feel like it's in one of the best spots it's been in a long time. Is it perfect? No, and it never will be, but there's a lot worse ones out there. And a lot of people that are in my Discord and stuff leave Galaxy of Heroes, go play something, and they'll always come back, So they're not perfect, but they're not as bad as what people give them credit for.
Okay,
it's just I think they just make some bad decisions, and people can't forget about it.
Wolfell says CG Bob confirmed. I was gonna say, did CG program this AI, Neil, to be a CG shill?
I'm here to infiltrate everything. You guys caught me.
BBKF says, do we need a hype train for Bob's Droid Hub subscription?
Yes, it's about to run out, and I'm not getting paid since I was in sleep mode last week. So please, bits for Droid Hub. I need it this month.
So we had the event, and obviously it was just Razor Crest and Cat that were the two available,
right?
But everybody was able to try it. The restrictions were only the restrictions were only to people with 4 mil GP and below. people that already had them were also able to do the event for the shards, which they said was not going to happen. It wasn't for that group of people. So, if you're under 4 mil GP and you've got Relic 3 characters, you're probably going to be feeling a little bit aggrieved that the event did not run as it was said to be, because all those people that already have a 7-star Razor Crest and already have a 7-star cat, they didn't need to do the event. They didn't need to do it at all, but they got to do it.
And
people under 4 mil GP did not get to do the event.
I got my shard shop currency.
You got exactly, because all it became was shard. It just became shard shop currency. So it was it definitely didn't run as it was intended. I feel sorry for all the people below 4 mil GP because they didn't get to do it.
Why? They wouldn't have been able to get Cat or Razor Crest to max stars.
Doesn't matter.
During the first year anyway.
They still would have been able, they still would have been able to get the character shards, and they need them. People got to do the event that didn't need them.
People in hell need ice water. They ain't gonna get it.
Yeah. So
if you're under 4 million and you could not have went after them in the first year, you know that I hate this term, but I have to say it. Get good. Bloat your roster. Help your guild and territory battles. Your roster no longer matters whatsoever in Grand Arena. The only thing that it could possibly matter in, Neil, is the guild size in Territory Wars. But even then, for a loss, except for one division, you're at least getting one droid brain.
Yeah. Well,
so you're improving yourself if you improve yourself.
TW is a completely different animal.
Clash right at the end, 500 bits, and Cascade with another shiny nickel. Total of a gift sub and 1,220 bits. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate
Thank you very much.
Support.
Much appreciated.
And Neil, I'll send you a PayPal so you can go get a donut after the show.
Yep. I'll go get a donut. Oh, yay! Hercules, I get a donut. For some reason, I just want to eat. I just want to go out, get a donut so I can say I ate a donut on National Donut Day. It's as simple as that. It's the only reason why I want to eat a donut today.
Is there a difference?
Any other day, I wouldn't be interested.
Is there a difference between UK donuts and US donuts? Because, there are, yes, there are some places that do donuts here better than donuts in the UK, but then there's the swing of that. Fresh donuts made at the beach are always going to be better than donuts from no matter where you're getting them, because it's a beach thing. In the UK, you can go to like a tourist area on the beach, and you go to a food stall and you can get freshly fried, freshly made donuts right there then on the spot. And those are the best type because they're still warm and they're lovely and fluffy inside. Wolf says Paul is talking as a day one or abouts player. You're absolutely right, Wolf. I will accept that. I will accept the fact that I have been playing since the very, very beginning of this game. But Neil, how many accounts do you have that are over 4 million?
1, 2, 3. 3 accounts.
That's exactly how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop. I'm just wanting to let you know that as well. And all of those weren't day one starts, were they?
Well, no, of course they weren't.
Pom-Pom-tastic, where's it at?
Oh, I don't Pom-Pom-tastic. I don't class Pom-Pom-tastic in that.
Okay.
I think Pom-Pom-tastic may be over 4 million, but I haven't played that account in 2 years. Close to.
But just putting it out there.
Maybe a year to 18 months. I haven't played that account.
It's not that difficult to get to 4 million. Yes, it takes some time. Yes, it takes some investment in either money or time, because that's all that money gets you in this game, is saving you time later on. That's the only thing. Because things will get accelerated. You'll get double drops eventually. You know, it's all cyclical. So,
yeah.
But I digress.
I think that was the only excitement really during the week. From a game point of view, I mean, yeah, sure, GAC's on, but there's a lot of burnout coming from 3v3. Just speaking to people, reading reports on GACs. So we had 3v3 this week. We didn't have any conquest this week, but they did do something weird with the conquest date. They pushed it back another week. Didn't they
pushed it back to the 15th.
They pushed it back a week. So I mean. Speculate on it as much as I don't really know. I'm not. I can't think why, other than they've pushed it back a week so that the second half, they've pushed it back. They've pushed it back.
So here's the territory battles: Rebel Assault and Republic Offensive. Light side territory battles is still going to occur at the same time as Conquest. But for those who are doing Geonosis and those who get to the third slice on the third day, the day of, you're only going to have to switch your mods once if all you care about is passing cam. If that's all you care about, you swap your mods the first day of Conquest, go do cam, and then jump back in, get them all ready, shine them up real nice, turn them sideways, and then go in and, play Conquest to your heart's desire.
I only remod for the cam mission. That's it. It's the only thing I remod for. I only remod for that. I don't remod for events. Yeah, I've just kind of like, but a little bit of burnout there. I just can't be bothered to do that anymore. But the cam mission's kind of important. It's going to take me forever to get him to 7 stars. So,
well,
I try.
Coming up in 3 days, we're going to have back to back 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, back to back assault battles. Because GAC will be on hiatus.
Yeah. There's going to be a 2-week gap for GAC.
There's a 2-week gap, as you just said. We're also getting a calendar. We talked about that last week, to where it's 375 crystals every other day, sandwiched with 500 championship tokens each time.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh, I completely forgot about those extra crystals that we were getting on those off days.
Yeah.
I might take 999 crystals and go buy that pack that's in the store.
Which one are you looking at?
The gear pack. The 14-day calendar.
It is one of the best deals.
So I'm going to use that cuz yeah, definitely. I was going to do the 50/50 packs on the Cairo text, the Kairos, the 7s and the 9s, the Kairos they're in, because I did need them on one of my other accounts, so I used it right away, and I got the 50. It's the best feeling in the world getting 50, getting the gear at half price.
I am only Cairo techs away from having all of the Inquisitors ready.
Nice. There you go.
And shards.
Now, I must admit, I am looking forward to the all of the assault battles back to back, because the relic material that's just going to rain from those events is really going to help me push my my Star Killer to 7.
And don't forget also Kairos. Also Kairos in those.
In the assault battles, yes.
In the assault battles.
So So I'm looking forward to that 1 week windfall. I think it's going to feel things are moving along faster. And if I haven't got my Star Killer ready at 7, Relic 7 by the end of that, I'm going to be so annoyed. And then I'll move straight back on to C.
Darknar says, okay, so you guys like that calendar. I have the crystals, but was unsure of the calendar value. For me, it's the fact that for the cost of a full piece of one, you're getting multiple pieces of different stuff that goes across the gamut of gear, of core gear.
Yeah. Stun guns, stun cuffs, carbanties, the golden eyeballs, all the stuff that you need, especially when you're taking characters to like 11, 12, and 13, all that good stuff. So, yes, I am definitely going to be enjoying that. And yeah, because of the extra crystals that are going to come in that week, I think I'll stump up the 1,000. I'm definitely going to stump up the 1,000 on that.
All right. Well, we're about to take a break, but coming up after the break, we're going to talk about when the title might hit, the title update, I should say, and then also talk about, as Neil called it, Grand Arena 3.1 right here on the Escape Pod cast.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or territory wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards, including after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Patreon leaderboard brought to you by the Patreons of the Escape Pod cast. Would you like to be featured on a GA Center style leaderboard? We'd love to have you. Join up at patreon.com/The Escape Pod at the combatant level or higher, and we'll feature you here as well. But I am going to say, if you are going to do that, at least remember to join. Dave forgot to sign up this past week, so we give him the did not sign up shame on his card. Let's move along here. We've got Dr. JoJo, who did write a report, so we'll read it here. Stop me if you've heard this before. Another 2-1 that could have been a 3-0. Round one, a guy usually places 4 GLs and Starkiller on defense, so I saved all 5 GLs and placed JMK, Cat, and Starkiller. He decided to place 5 GLs and Starkiller on defense, so he got to use Fennec versus Lord Vader and be the first person to one-shot his defense. He cleared more than he expected, but got stuck on Dr. JoJo's back wall. Round 2 was versus a Caw opponent who was in the GA Center GAC Discord server, and messaged him before the battle. It was a battle of who would rip defeat from the jaws of victory. His opponent started first and dropped a few battles on his front wall, allowing him to get to ships with a 40-banner lead. Then he proceeded to bugger up all his rebels versus executive, giving his opponent a window. He then 3 shots his in full clears. He's stuck trying to decide if Finalizer or Malevolence is the best cleanup, given that he had a chance to beat Chimera. So he tried Radis versus Chimera, which was a disaster. Cleaned up his executor with a Finalizer, Chimera, and Malevolence. But you have nothing for his Radis, so therefore you lose, he says, Dr. JoJo. Round 3 was versus somebody much bigger, and he cheesed his defense and won by 12. Thank you for the epic report there, Dr. JoJo. Let's move along on to... by the way, Dr. JoJo, 57-74, 53 wins, 5 losses, a total of 21 holds. On to 4 strong, 1 and 2, 1,560 banners, 18 wins, 1 loss, with 32 holds. Not bad on defense there for strong, but the offense needed to be better for him to not go 1 and 2. Hot Sauce, you know him, HotUtils, 2 and 1. 56-38, 51 wins, 12 losses, only 10 holds. And Sephironis got the wooden spoon. 0-3, 13, 14, 15 up, 7 down, and 5 holds. Let's take a look at the leaderboard for this week. Dr. JoJo and Hot Sauce tied at 6 and 3. We'll see what comes this week to see who will crown a champion. Right now, Dr. JoJo holds just over a 1,000 banner lead on Hot Sauce. But, I mean, looking at the battles, 157 to 153, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. 4 strong, almost out of contention unless Dr. JoJo and Hot Sauce slip on a banana peel and end up in the hospital. And then Sephironis completely out of contention at 3 and 6, and D at 1 and 8. Love to cover you guys. Would love to say your name on the Escape Podcast Patreon leaderboard. Sign up. Patreon.com/theescapepod, Kyber combatant level or higher. Coming up, more of the Escape Podcast. Be nice to each other, damn it.
We want you. Join the GAC chain gang today. This is the commander of the 506 Procrastination Battalion and the leader of the GAC chain gang. I am sending out a call to action for any SWGOH content creators on Twitch who would be willing to broadcast their GAC attack rounds. We are an amazing group of content creators who are dedicated on streaming the Grand Arena Championship attack rounds on Twitch. The idea is to provide continuous content back-to-back from one streamer to the next and allow the viewers to enjoy more SWGOH content as well as enjoy the variety of streamers that are currently present in the group. If you are interested in joining the chain gang, please reach out to myself on Discord at AndyBees, #7465, or you can send us a message on our Twitter page at ChainGAC. Join us today. We have your back.
You're listening to the Escape Pod Cast.
The discussions we have during the breaks, ladies and gentlemen, if you could only be a fly on the wall.
What goes on between the panes? Yeah, it's a comic. Just imagine the comic book, the stuff that goes on between the panes. Yeah, yeah. So,
oh my gosh! Welcome back to the Escape Podcast. I'm Paul Anthony, as joined as always by Neil Andrew Eyre and our lovable AI, who I've apparently corrupted, Bob. So GAC 3.1, it's not a big change.
No, it's not. It's not a big change.
And we did talk about this yesterday. We did talk about this last week, that it is going down to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you've had some further thought on it since. Do you care to explain?
Well, no, just that the with obviously the advent of 3v3, a lot of people play it because they have to, not because they want to, but because they have to, especially with the the currency and the crystals being linked to GAC now. So the whole reducing it down to 3 weeks in a month. So each month is only 3 weeks long. Then you get your big fat juicy rewards at the end. You're getting more rewards, and you're getting more time. Sorry, less time doing 3v3. Yeah, sure, 3 weeks, week space, 3 weeks, week space. But it does mean that 3v3 is going to be.
It doesn't last as long. You still
it doesn't last as long.
You still get as much pain. I'm going to punch you in the. Let's go back to the punching in the face analogy. I'm going to punch you in the face for 4 weeks out of 5. You still get the same amount, over the course of time.
Yeah, but you're getting more end of month rewards
by less than 1%. I just need to point that out.
You're getting rewards at the end of a 3-week period, not at the end of a 4-week period. So yeah, you're getting more.
All right, but I mean,
I like that. I like that.
Are you keeping it? Are you keeping it 3 periods, or are you going to 4 quarters for GA Center?
Oh, for GA,
I still say
know.
4 quarters.
You
get 2 and 2.
I mean, I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking. Bring it to 4 months, because it's still maintaining the 36 round season. So it's still a 36 round season. It just takes 4 months to get it out of the way instead of 5, because obviously 5 weeks. 4 times 5 would be 20 weeks. We don't want 20 weeks. We want 16 weeks.
Exactly.
So we're keeping it at 16 weeks.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple. Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Don't do dumb things.
Exactly.
Because evil will triumph, because good is always dumb.
So
yeah, that's pretty, and that's why it's 3.1. It's not a 4.0. 3 version. Version 2 was when they redid the divisions in alignment with GA Center, and that was from the 4.5 all the way up. And then version 3 was when they integrated the crystals into it. So hence the 3.1, because all it's doing is changing the number of weeks in a month. They're not really changing anything else, other than making it easier for the lower divisions. I do think that was a nice touch, making it easier for the lower divisions to get more crystals. They get more crystals for losses and getting more crystals for wins. So that's good for them. Keeps them in the game.
No. All right.
Apart from that, there's nothing else there's nothing else going on in GAC at all. This very, very, very quiet. Had probably one of the worst weeks just gone by. I've never seen so many people with wooden spoons.
Yeah, you and I both went 0-3.
Yeah, so many wooden spoons. There is the burnout is real. People were really, really feeling burnt out by the 3rd week. I mean, the 2nd and 3rd week were never very good. People always there's more excitement in GAC around week 1 and week 4. The middle weeks nobody really cares about. You're just going through the motions. But with it being broke down into 3 weeks, that it's just that 1 week in the middle that people won't care about. It won't be 2 weeks. So be interesting to see how things shake out moving forward. I think everybody will forget. People need to trust the join button. You can update afterwards. Just as soon as you can join. Don't be like Fatal.
Well, I mean, okay, so he forgot last week. The only people that we cover on GA Center that forgot to join last week was Loki, who's we knew was going to be on vacation.
Yeah, Loki's on vacation. Yeah,
and our Patreon D, who, I mean, it was Memorial Day. We could forgive him for that.
Yeah, but it's definitely throwing up some new names. The top of the table is very, very different from the top of the table of content creator wise that you would normally see. So you've got Tassinix. Tassinix is absolutely on fire at the moment. He's doing so well. So he's leading the field. He's up there charging away, doing his damnness to hold everybody off. Then there's 4 people behind him, 1 win away, and then there's 4 people behind them, an extra win. So the entire top half of the table are within 2 wins of each other. In the old format, you'd look at that and you'd go, yeah, being 2 rounds ahead was like a death sentence to anybody underneath. If Bitcoin was on a perfect run, or Calvin Awesome was on a perfect run,
unless he faced his girlfriend.
Unless he faced his girlfriend. If any of those guys were on a perfect run, if you were 1 or 2 rounds behind them, you weren't going to catch them. So the new format makes that completely different now.
Neil, and it's like, for me, it's like hockey in GA Center, because any team can beat any team on any given night, but we're seeing it, any player could beat almost any player any given round.
Yeah, it's very, very mixed up. I mean, it's not like that for 3v3. 3v3 seems to have really, really
favored the
some
rosters.
People's chains.
It favors the rosters more.
Yeah, because there are, to beat a GL in 3v3, you kind of need a GL. In 5v5, you can beat GLs with off-meta counters.
So, Neil, for those who are new to the show, for those who have no idea what the heck we're talking about with GA Center, give an elevator pitch, just so people can become familiar if they don't know.
It's Sports Center for GAC content creators. That's what it is. On Sports Center, they'll tell you about, the scores and the stats between 2 teams for a specific sport. That's what we do, but just with GAC.
Yeah.
That's it. Literally, that is it. Me and Ranger.
All right. So when do you think that this title update is going to drop? The assault battles. The assault battles are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I think they'll. Do they have to do it? They don't have to do it beforehand, do they? They can do it after that week, can't they?
They can,
to avoid any issues,
because GAC will be off for 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'll be the second. I think it'll be the second week, and then obviously once we get that big data dump, the SWGOH events server will fly into action and rip it to shreds and let us know what's coming.
Yeah, well,
what we hope is coming.
The 13th. Well, I mean, we know we have some information already. The 13th is Monday. A lot of speculation saying that it's going to drop with the title update during right before Conquest. That is
what the title update is going to drop.
The title update will drop on Tuesday the 14th, and by Conquest you need to have updated. That's why they pushed Conquest back. That's the current scuttlebutt, the current rumor.
No. Well, since I don't care about Conquest, it's probably why I haven't paid it any attention. They could delay it, they could drop it tomorrow. It wouldn't matter to me.
So speaking of data dumps, what do you guys think about those 5 ships that were... Didn't 5 ships come up that are supposed to be coming soon?
There's 5 ship bundles currently in the data mine, if you will, and I'm about to jump to that. So thank you for the segue, Bob.
Hey, I knew what you're about to do. I'm the AI.
So let's go ahead and let's pull up this data mine, Neil. The general data mine does say, or no, it was store data mine, that artifact upgrade material, resistance artifact, 2, chromium omicron bundle. I'm interested in that, because can we get it for, use ally points, interesting. And then ship bundle 7, 6, 9, 8, and 10. So essentially 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 ships. They don't do those for capital ships. These are 5 new deployable ships.
Are you sure that they're new and they're not just packs for existing ships?
They're
always putting existing ship packs in the store.
That is very true, and that very well could be what it is, but on the horizon, there will be 5 new ship bundles. That is a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
There was also, a day later, more data mined information. Resistance Artifact 1, because of course you can't have Resistance Artifact 2 without seeing Resistance Artifact 1 first.
Mm-hmm.
Inquisitor Artifact 1, Galactic Republic Artifact 1 and 2, Artifact Calendar 2, Darkside Artifact Bundle, Artifact Reroll Material.
Mm-hmm.
What does that say to you? Reroll Material.
Reroll material says Datacrons.
It is Datacrons. If they're
from the Datacrons, because the leak did mention the leaked PowerPoint presentation did mention that stuff would be re-rollable.
Yes,
stats would be re-rollable. So
here's the other thing. Before they have used Artifact before, Neil. Artifact has been in the data mine before. Partially, one of them was bonuses in Galactic Conquest and Galactic Challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So these challenges, which we already know are, these Datacrons are already going to boost specific factions in a way. These artifacts are, and correct me if I'm wrong, only PvP?
I don't know.
I think that it said only PvP
sure.
back then.
I honestly can't remember. I can't recall off the top of my head if it was only PvP.
Yeah.
Can't imagine it being just PvP though. It's got to be PvE as well.
I thought it said only PvP, but all of these dark side artifact, light side artifact, artifact reroll material, all of this points to that Datacrons, the leaked information, which CG can't talk to right now because it's not released. That we're getting that in the next thing. If it is PvP only, I'm not going to be too half-assed about it. But Chromium Omicron bundles in the day before says that maybe they're loosening up the flow of Omicrons, especially because Malgus and Grand Inquisitor are both going to probably have a bunch of these Omicrons for their respective modes. So I'm sitting on one, thinking of putting it on Boba Fett, but I'm not sure yet. What's going to come with the Grand Inquisitor?
Yeah, well, I mean that's the event that's going to be coming with the title update, isn't it?
I'm thinking so.
It'll be standard legendary event, but obviously with a much higher threshold.
I think we're gonna get 7 days. Much like it was.
Oh, you think the event's only going to run 7 days?
That very well could be, but no, I'm thinking we get the title update by the 15th. They said end of June, not mid. The 15th is literally quite literally the middle of June. I'm thinking Grand Inquisitor starts on the 22nd and only goes to the end of the month. We get 8 days, 9 days.
I just hope we get the animated Inquisitor.
We are getting animated Inquisitor, and if you'd watch,
because it would look weird if it wasn't, because all of the other Inquisitors are the animated Inquisitors, aren't they?
Correct, but I mean, if you would actually
a live action Inquisitor with animated Inquisitors, that's all.
That wasn't the same Inquisitor. If you go la 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 for a second if you haven't seen the latest episode of Kenobi, and I'll wave you in or count to 100, and you'll be fine. Neil,
well, just leave it. Just don't bother with it.
I need to say this just so you know, and it's out there. Vader had promised to appoint somebody to the role of Grand Inquisitor. Grand Inquisitor is a role, but there's a person with that title that looks different because they were a different person. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I'm saying. And Sephiranus, who does the Kenobi show with us, says, "Hold on, Paul." He says the creators did an interview and they said they're not breaking canon. I know, Sephiranus. We'll get into that. For those who don't know, with Thaddeus, Sephiranus and I do a Kenobi recap show on Tuesday nights right here on the Escape Podcast Twitch channel. There we go. Any other thoughts on all this information that we, No.
I just want it in the game so that I can formulate an opinion of it. I'm worried about datacrons with regards to GAC because especially when it comes to 3v3 because 3v3 is already impassable. And if datacrons make it unplayable, then
you're going to be mad.
Then I'm going to be mad. Then I'm going to be like, then I'm going to be really, really, really pissed.
Bob, where did we mess up?
I think you guys did good today.
All right.
Not much. I do want to say real quick, I want to shout out to myself for getting star code R5.
Yourself?
Yes, shout out to myself.
You mean the person that you're modeled after?
Yes. I don't know what you call it. My avatar.
You're also the avatar of Bones88 on Twitch.
Damn it! I need you to get an update, man. I'm falling short here.
Big time.
Also, another shout out to. Well, I'm in a guild with you, and then my other account, my main account, Valley of the Sith Lords. We got our first droid brain this week, and I just want to shout them out.
Did you get it for a loss or did you get it for a win?
We got it for a win.
Okay, there you go. I'll allow you to be happy about that.
It was a good week, but yep. Other than that, you guys did great, and there you go.
All right, coming up after these messages and the latest episode of Story Time with Uncle Thad, we are going to be talking to a returning content creator who has been gone for a very long time, Neil, and I'm excited to have him back.
Yeah.
We'll be talking to Black Mamba right after these messages right here on the Escape Pod cast.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards including access to Shitty Bill's Arena tracking bot, after show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
Back to school. The Escape Pod, cast for kids. It's really cool.
Hello there, Padawans, and welcome back to another episode of Storytime with Uncle Thad. Since last week we talked about Baze Malbus, I felt like today we should go again and revisit the Rogue One series. That's right, my friends, with the addition of Baze Malbus as June's login reward character, I thought it would be a good idea to look at the Jedi Guardian Chirrut Imwe and where his story fits into canon. Chirrut Imwe was a human male born on the moon Jedha 52 years before the Battle of Yavin. Like his best friend, Baze Malbus, Chirrut was a member of the Guardians of the Wills and firm believer in the way of the Force. Unlike his friend, Chirrut was not gifted with the ability to see, or even an amazing beard, but that didn't stop him from being an effective guardian and total bad A. While not strictly speaking Force sensitive, he was sensitive to the Force, allowing it to guide him and direct his paths. Chirrut was a practitioner of Zamashiwo, a martial art form from the planet Jedha, which allowed him to completely control his body and have total situational awareness of his surroundings so that he could position his body in really weird ways. Now, similar to practices done by the Jedi, Chirrut was able to control his body in such a way that really made most of his actions seem superhuman. I mean, when was the last time you saw a blind man with a cane just beat up a bunch of stormtroopers? I mean, Daredevil on Netflix, yeah, sure, but this isn't that. Unlike his friend Baze, Chirrut wielded the Uneti wood staff and a handmade light bowcaster. Many of those foolish enough to underestimate this sightless guardian didn't really live long enough to regret it. While Chirrut was only an unofficial member of the Rebel Alliance, and that's because there wasn't really a Rebel Alliance to speak of at the time, Chirrut did work pretty closely with Saw Gerrera's partisans. And I know what you're thinking. Chirrut doesn't look like the type to be okay with Saw's brutal tactics. Well, you're right. Chirrut worked with the partisans in order to provide for Jedha's growing orphan population. And I know that this is kind of ironic, but the more the partisans worked on Jedha, the more orphans there became. I don't know if Chirrut saw it that way, but, the more he ended up working with the partisans. So he worked a lot with them. But as a part of the Rogue One crew, Chirrut was part of the group that traveled to Scarif to infiltrate an Imperial facility and capture the plans for the first Death Star. Alongside Baze and other members of the Rebel faction, Chirrut fought bravely against the Imperial station there. But in the end, this blind guardian lost his life trying to restore a comm signal in order to transmit the Death Star's plans off-planet. And with that, let's take a look at Chirrut Imwe's kit in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and see how well it actually matches up to his backstory. Chirrut Imwe is a well-balanced rebel attacker who dispels debuffs, heals allies, and grants tenacity up. Along with his hetero life partner, Baze Malbus, this Guardian of the Wills, partisan and rebel martyr makes for a powerful member to any rebel team. Chirrut's basic ability deals damage to his enemies and heals his allies. That's actually what a lot of his abilities do. But this particular ability strikes me as a subtle nod to Chirrut's desire to fight for those who could not protect themselves. He guarded the temple on Jedha and protected the planet's orphan population. It's as if every time he struck an enemy, an orphan smiled a little broader, or got their wings, or something. His first special ability equalizes health percentages, dispels the negative, and adds some heal over time. The highlight of this ability seems to be the tenacity up. And while Chirrut didn't have any healing powers to speak of, and we know that he didn't have the force, fighting alongside this blind monk who is a total bad A must have been inspiring to people around him. And I imagine that when you're in the trenches like that, fighting for your life, fighting for a cause, that inspiration builds tenacity. His second special ability is clearly an homage to the time he beat up like 60 stormtroopers with nothing but a stick and his wits. Baze was there, so from time to time he'll help as well. Chirrut's Indomitable Will, so his first unique ability, was clearly evident on Scarif. When all seemed lost, it was Chirrut's unwavering faith that brought him through, that really saved the day. And the more the odds seemed to stack against him, the more that faith seemed to blossom, both in him and in others. Now, Chirrut's final ability is kind of a puzzler to me. Resolute Endurance, right? It's this powerful ability that, again, it heals him and other people. I don't think Chirrut's healing ability is necessarily something that he could do. Like, we didn't actually see him heal anybody in Rogue One. But I have it on good authority that warrior monks, which Chirrut was, can just like heal people. That's like one of their skills. Like, you become a warrior monk, you can do, all this awesome fighting stuff, and you can like shoot crossbows and like scale walls and a bunch of other stuff. So I just assume that as a warrior monk, he can heal other people. So that's just how I think that plays out. Now, that's it for me, folks. Stay tuned next week for more story time with Uncle Thad on the Escape Podcast for Kids.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Pod Castaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Pod Castaways. All for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply.
Hey there, listeners. Merchandise specialist Critty K here. Do you enjoy the Escape Pod and want to support the channel and get something a little extra for yourself as well? Head on over to tpublic.com/user/theescapepodcast and grab a Team Neil, Team Paul, Critty Play, or many other fun Padawan designs on your choice of shirt, cup, sticker, mask, or even a magnet. And be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast Discord and get the latest info on the other designs I make as well. Sometimes there's even a sale going on, so it is smart to stop on by. Thank you for supporting the Escape Podcast.
Attention, we are receiving an incoming transmission. Attention. Attention. We are receiving an incoming transmission.
And welcome back to the show, ladies and gents. This week's incoming transmission's a doozy. Paul, introduce our guest.
Yeah, we didn't even say his name in the intro, Neil. We just, we
left
teased
it
him.
for the surprise. Just left it to the interview.
We left it to the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't recognize the face, it's because he's been gone for a year, and the last time that he came on our show was his first ever face reveal to the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. He is a huge fan of the late, great Kobe Bryant, and also a huge fan of the late, great Star Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Black Mamba. How are you, brother?
I'm good. It's good to be back. Been a while.
So, when did you leave us? When was the time that you hung up the Mamba?
I believe, let's see here. My channel, I think it was June 21.
Okay.
Of 2021.
So quite literally 1 year ago.
A year ago. My God, yeah. It's nice. Hey, I'm loving it. I always get a little bit upset when theory crafters leave, because it's like it's taking from the library, you know.
Yeah.
The well that feeds us all, you know. Theory crafters, you know, in this game, it's the well that feeds us all, you know. And you know, you left and Clash left, and now Clash is back, and now you're back. It's like, oh, lovely. Because I do feel, you know, Fatal probably, the playbook probably felt a lot of pressure on his little soul, on his little, because it's like his channel just exploded. Like he'd be going on for hours doing theory crafting. Because there wasn't a huge amount of people out there for this past year that have been able to kind of, you know, also be in that well, you know. So it's like, oh God, you know, do I have to feel like they have to do everything? So are you going to get straight back into the theory crafting?
So I basically just took a break from YouTube. The game itself, I've been playing daily just as much.
You didn't give up?
So no, I've been playing the whole time.
Oh, that's good.
We thought we lost you. We thought, you know, you put your iPad on a boat, shot a flaming arrow into it, you know?
No, I've been playing daily. I got a new job, so I'm being paid quite a bit more. So I'm actually spending a little bit more in the game, actually.
Not free to play, Neil. There's our answer.
For example, I have all the Inquisitors at Relic 5 minimum, so I'm gonna have.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
So you come back with a bang. It's like, no, goodbye, Black Mamba the whale. Hello, Black Mamba the Kraken.
No, not quite. No. I do have all the GLs. They're all Relic 9 except for Jedi Master Kenobi. I don't really see any point to Relic 9ing him. Because
I'm not a Kraken, he says. Oh, all my GLs are Relic 9.
I have 14 Omicrons.
Yeah.
How are you? I mean, with all of that in your arsenal, how are you doing in the global ranking in GAC?
I'm about 200 to 300 roughly.
You're in the top 500 then, so you're in the top 0.1% percentile. That is so weird. I scan the top. I scan the top 5,000 every now and then. Have you changed the name on your accounts? Because it's not something that if I'd seen it, I'd have been like, hang on a minute, Black Mamba, you know, maybe I saw it and just dismissed it as somebody else.
I have up-to-date information. His current skill rating is 3941, Neil. His
just outside the 4.
His league rank, you are 100 or 1027th in the world right now.
So that actually dropped quite a bit because of 3v3.
Yeah.
I see this.
We are seeing this with a lot of people.
Because I believe 2 weeks ago I checked, which was during 5v5, and I was top, I think I was 312.
Yeah, you were at 40,
when
15.
I checked last.
40, 15.
315. Okay. Something like that. So 3v3 is, oh my gosh. If you've seen my most recent videos, I haven't really lost from characters. It's been from fleet. I've recently developed my first order fleet a lot higher. I have 7-star Echelon, Relic 8 First Order Officer, Relic 8 Crew, and you know, the whole shebang. I climb with it in Arena. It goes flawlessly. No RNG ever in Arena.
Yeah.
I get to Grand Arena, lose.
Yeah. No. I am hearing a lot of good things about that First Order fleet that you're working. In my fleet arena, there is one person in my fleet arena shard that plays with a maxed out First Order fleet, and they never drop outside the top 10, which is weird because as soon as I see them at number 5, I instantly hit them and I instantly beat them. I don't understand why other people can't, but it works on offense. It really, really works on offense. that person doing it climbs to the number. So why is it not working? Do the RNG gods just hate you in GAC? That's why it's not working.
I think so. There was obviously it's recorded on GAC, and I went back to it. There was Crew's big shot on Xanadu Blood got dodged without evasion up. Oh. So it's that 2% chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
really because I hadn't reinforced yet, so he didn't have the evasion up from the unique, and he just decided to dodge it. And I literally said, "Well, sorry guys, that's game."
You couldn't have done. I was just gonna say, Neil, he could not have done the bonehead move that I did last round, though. I saw that somebody had somebody put home 1 on defense, and my finalizer just melts any home 1. But I ended up taking in my executor.
Oh boy.
So you have been away for a year. There have been a lot of changes. So you were absent from the public, not obviously not absent, because yes, you've been playing the game. What I mean is you've been absent from the public eye. Because obviously, correct, when you're a content creator, you're more in the public eye, and that your GACs, live stream stuff like that. You're more in the public eye. People know, your thoughts more because you interact with viewers, and that gets passed around. So, what have been your thoughts on all of the new stuff that's come in the year that you've been out of the public eye? What did you think of all of the changes to GAC? Because we're on version 3.1 as of the next GAC.
Yeah. So, before I left, there was only 4 GLs. So Kenobi and Anakin came. Starkiller came. And then everything else after that. Grand Arena progression in terms of the huge ladder board, and, you only fight people at your rank. It definitely makes GAC a lot harder. I think in terms of video content, that's actually better. Because in the previous GAC, I could get matched against somebody that's not equal of my skill level, or I'm not equal of theirs, and I either just absolutely obliterate them, and nobody really likes to see the obliteration. They like to see a close match.
Yes.
So I think it actually is better.
Neil, the last time that we talked to Black Mamba was when he was kicking butt. I think you had lost 3 times ever in Grand Arena the last time we talked to you.
So that was before. Oh my goodness, that was
yeah.
No. Black Mamba was in season 1. He was in season.
That was
2,
before
season 2 record. He was in the Premier League. He was in the Premier League.
Well, I was talking about on the show when we last had him on the show. He was nearly undefeated in Grand Arena. He was pulling bus
when
numbers.
It was only taking your top 80.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, and my roster's super, super lean. At least, it definitely was back then. Back in the day when it was top 80 GP, oh my gosh, that wasn't even... it got kind of boring, to be honest. So I'm actually glad with all the changes they've made over the years. Except for Relic 9, nobody likes higher relics.
No, I hate. You've done very, very well to maintain silence, because there have been that many things that have come to the game that people have been like, oh my God, no, please God, no.
Michael Scott, no.
just no. Because you were around, you were there when the Bad Batch came in, and everybody was like, how many Kairos? So that that was something that then instantly, annoyed the crap out of the entire community. And then obviously they did the changes to Conquest. While you're, were you we wouldn't have known this, but you can tell us. Have you been able to? Did you have any issues getting the max crate after the changes to Conquest?
No, I've gotten the max crate at hard mode every conquest so far.
So the changes in energy refresh and stamina refresh, that didn't really affect you. You've still been able to get the max crate. Did it turn it more into a grind for? Did you feel like most people felt the grind was it was like twice the grind for the exact same reward?
I'm kind of an outsider. Everyone complains about Conquest. That's actually one of my favorite game modes. And because, we have such big rosters nowadays, especially I think I'm 9.2, 9.3 million GP now. And so I have all these characters I've leveled up over my 2022, like 4 or 5 years, 5 years of playing. And sometimes, like Inquisitors, I don't use them anywhere, because Grand Inquisitor's not out. They're pretty pathetic in every single game mode.
Except for the Inquisitor challenge.
Exactly. So I actually had fun, getting all of the purge stacks and, hitting 250,000 with Second Sister, and I don't know, it kind of was fun. So, and I get to use random characters I haven't used in years. So I don't know. I personally like Conquest. I was kind of bummed when they postponed it to another week delay, because, I just got Fifth Brother to Relic 5 today. I just got him to 7-star, Gear 12, Gear 13, Relic 5 today. So I was ready for another round of Conquest. So
there's a rumor that you play with a lounge singer.
A lounge singer?
A lounge singer out of Vegas. Is
No.
Is Richard Cheese actually in your guild?
Richard Cheese.
Is that actually the real Richard Cheese? That's the question.
That's a great question. I'll have to ask him. I know. So Fatal's in my guild too.
And Tyron James, we see him
and
always.
Tyron. Yep. All those guys. We're actually a very, very competitive TW guild. I think we were ranked 3 on the ladder board a month ago or something. So we're pretty good. But yeah, Richard Cheese we talk to all the time in Discord, and
there's been a rumor that he actually plays this game, and I had heard that he was in this guild, so I had to ask.
I will ask him. I'll have to ask him. So I'll see if that's the real Richard Cheese.
And are you aware of what Richard Cheese does?
I've heard of him. I'm not too familiar with him, but I've heard the name.
He did the song Star Wars Cantina like Copacabana. But, and that's why we know that he is a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But he's also done Down with the Sickness, Killing in the Name of. He's done plenty of hard rock songs, especially System of a Down. He's done System of a Down songs in a lounge singing type of situation. It's really, really fun. So
I'll have to ask if he's the real Richard Cheese.
Yep. So, I mean, you guys are normally facing the big boys in TW.
Yes.
And how has that been recently?
Well, the current, let's see, who are we facing right now? We are facing IN Cobra Ka this match. They're pretty good, I guess. Let's see. We have faced.
You faced Loki before. You faced Loki and Arnold before. We
faced Arnold. I actually made sure because whenever we open up a wall, people want to attack Arnold just because he's the most famous YouTuber for Star Wars, and so I was able to attack one of his teams. So it's pretty cool. I beat it. I felt proud. So
Steve08 wants you to tell them about your Maw experience. Is that something we want to put out on the air?
I I'm not familiar with our mocks. Oh, we faced them on, what was that? I'm looking at our Discord. We faced them on April 28. I don't recall how that went. I know we lost, but I don't recall exactly how we lost or something, but
Are you one of the groups that, because Neil doesn't believe me. Neil doesn't believe that there are territory war officers who run it like Grand Arena.
Oh, they our TW guild officers are incredible. They ping us at least 30 to 40 times every war.
Oh God.
Yeah, and
I'm glad I'm a casual territory war player because I couldn't deal with that.
Oh, it's on the weekend. It's not that bad. Like today, it's Friday. I have 2 unread messages from them. It's for TW, but on the weekdays, I have to use a bathroom break to go do a battle, and they like ping me until I use a certain team. And it's like, okay, give me a break. I'm in the middle of a financial review. It's like, geez. But it's good. I like it. I like the competitiveness. So
excellent.
What was returning? Go ahead, Neil. Go ahead, because I was just guarded.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna ask. I was just gonna ask how was it that you were convinced to come back to? Because obviously, like you said, you've been playing the game. How was it you got convinced to come back and be like a content creator again? Was it your guild? Was it just some friends, or did you just think to yourself, you know what, I'm in a comfortable place now. I can go back to what I was doing a year ago.
Neil read my mind. That was actually my question.
So a few things. So a lot of people in my Discord were like, dude, where have you been? Like, we missed your stuff. People in my guild, like Goldie, for example, you might know him, you might not. Kind of was like, dude, you should do Star Wars content again. And then I've gotten a couple of pings from random people saying, they missed me, and YouTube people commenting on old videos saying, where are you? Well, the main thing is I would love a little extra cash, in the bank from ad revenue, mainly because I proposed a couple months ago to my now fiance.
Nice, congrats.
She's amazing. And so wedding planning has been fun but expensive, and so
it can be. It can be.
So you're looking at the return to content creation as a little bit of extra cheddar, really, then, aren't you?
Yeah, to help pay for some wedding stuff. Yeah.
But you deserve it, man. You really deserve it.
So, I mean, my current videos, I've only posted 4, one this morning, so it's brand new. They haven't really gotten a huge response yet, because obviously I don't think most people know I'm back. But, it's not a whole lot of money quite yet. I knew when I was in my prime, like I was getting a lot of views per video. It was a pretty good amount of money per month. It wasn't like crazy. Definitely can't live full time off of it, but
you could afford a few nice things for the wedding.
Yeah.
Any Twitch GAC live streams on the horizon?
Let's see. I mean, I could do this weekend since it's the weekend.
Are you on Twitch yet?
I have a Twitch. I've used it like twice. So
are you over
once
50
we
followers?
Start spreading it, once we start spreading it around that, once it gets spread around that you're back, people will be very interested to see just what you do in GAC. It's the most watched content on Twitch when people do GACs.
I think I have over 50 followers. I think so.
So we just need to get you the numbers. You haven't become an affiliate before.
I've never really looked at Twitch as a revenue source. I could.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, just regarding your live stream ones, you could. Yeah. You can't go wrong, mate. You can't go wrong. I would definitely look into it. What is it?
And so, well, basically, I may be top 1,000 or whatever every once in a while. But what I've told people is I'm not one that has the time to really dedicate like Fatal or other people to dedicate or like time and effort for making sure I win. You know, they research, they have their mods perfect, just win, top 100. And it's, to me, that's like stressful, you know? It's like, oh, if it's sweaty match, you know, it's that's the term for it. You know, I never, ever scout my opponent. I honestly go in blind. And so it actually makes it a little more interesting. I change up my defenses a little bit. I rarely look at SWGOH counters. I kind of just come up with my own counters. And I win.
You have fun, though.
Times, but I have fun. That's all I care about. I try to leave the offensive hitters for offense so people can see my term is yoink. You know, I want to yoink my opponent with some massive hits and one shots, so I can add that in there. And you know, I like having a good time. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. I don't really stress too much about it. So,
how do
you should do a chill stream with Tilo. He's a Lakers fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to be chill when it comes to this.
Yeah.
All right, so two more questions. The first one: who do you got in the NBA Finals this year?
I don't want to spoil yesterday's game in case people haven't seen it.
It was a very good one.
I was very surprised at the outcome, to say the least. I usually cheer for the West Coast, so I'm going for Warriors.
Okay.
I know they're favored, and they're like, you know, the dynasty and the whole thing. And plus, being a Lakers fan, I absolutely hate Boston. You know, they're our biggest rival throughout the lifetime of Lakers. So I despise Boston. I do like the players, and they're super fun to watch. I don't have anything against the players, just the you know,
just the name flag that they fly.
The name. So I'm going for Warriors.
Last question. Yeah. How do people find you, and what should they expect when they tune in?
You could probably just YouTube the name Black Mamba, SWGOH, and I should pop up. If you YouTube just straight Black Mamba, it's not going to find me.
No, it won't.
So put Black Mamba and SWGOH, and I should be the first name on your search. So
they can also click the link below. That
they can
if they're listening on the podcast or watching on YouTube, click the link below to get to you. Otherwise, it is in chat. I've just put it in there one more time.
Perfect. And you can expect to find somebody who loves Star Wars. I have a good time in GAC. I learn a lot. I win most. I used to be most of the time, but now with this new GAC thing, it seems they try to make you 50-50. But I think I win, I'd say 70% of the time, 75% of my matches. And then once I get high enough, I lose 75% of my matches. So it evens out. But
it's feast and famine with me, man. I go 3-0, then I go 0-3, 3-0, 0-3.
I think that's what they try to make you do. So overall, I think, you know, over several seasons, I go about 50-50. But I definitely learn every match. I find new counters. I love Star Killer. He's super fun. And I'm actually a huge fan of Lord Vader. People think he's the worst GL. I think he's one of the best GLs. You just got to know how to play him and the right turn order and not use all 5 of your ball stacks your first turn.
There you go.
You use 2, then your second special, you're back at 5, and then you use all of them. You never use all 5 first. It ruins your whole match. You'll die. And that's why the AI sucks. I don't think Maul's good on defense, or not Maul. I don't think Lord Vader's good on defense, but he beats everything on offense with all 5 living every single time.
I'll put it this way. People who drive automatic cars get into a manual car and think it sucks.
Yep.
Neil, any final questions for Black Mamba?
Let's let Mamba get off.
All right, Mamba, thank you so much for stopping by. It's damn good to see you back. And let's not let this be so far in between as last time.
For sure. Definitely.
All right. Coming up, guys, you do if you have been watching the show since near the beginning, you do not want to miss this episode of Dickie and the Noob coming up in the break right now on the Escape Pod cast.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with the digital features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards, including access to Shitty Bill's Arena tracking bot, after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
Dickie, why do I feel heavier than I did when I powered down for the night?
Well, don't freak out, noob. I had Yarmo install a multiverse drive on your motherboard.
A multiverse drive? This is madness. What exactly is a multiverse drive?
It's really cool. It allows you to open portals into different realities.
And why would I want to do that?
Look, we were commissioned to bring in Hondo. Our Hondo seems to be nowhere to be found, so all we need is to find a reality where Hondo isn't missing, and boom, we've got him.
That may seem logical, but I have seen enough movies to know that messing with the multiverse never turns out as expected. This is gonna turn out bad.
Nonsense. We find Hondo, we lure him in, toss him through the portal, and that's it. Bob's your uncle.
First off, Bob is not my uncle. He is a formless AE, a no-bod.
Don't use that term, noob. They prefer the term bodily deprived. Anyhow, time to put this thing to the test.
Okay, but let the record show I am totally against this. How do I activate this thing?
Well, you just need to say the activation code and we should wind up in a different reality.
And what exactly is the activation code?
Scott Bakula.
Scott Bakula? Dickie, this is bad. We are gonna get eaten alive by these crate dragons.
Say the code, quick!
Scott Bakula! Scott Bakula!
Whoa, man, I really thought we were goners there. That was close.
Whoa, Dickie, you are even meatbaggier than usual. And your head, it's not flapping.
Yeah, I do feel kind of different, but I gotta admit, this feels kind of cool.
No. The last thing I need is more meat on you people. Scott Bakula. Oh, good. You're back. This world seems kind of normal now. Oh, wow. You're a noob also. I never knew they made more. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure you are not supposed to interact with your other selves.
I'm pretty sure that's a time travel thing. I don't think we need to worry.
Hi. Are you another noob? What's your friend's name? This is Dickie. Do you not have a Dickie? Dickie? No, I don't have a Dickie. At least not that I know of. What is this? It's a human companion. You know, a meat bag. Oh, a meatbag. Yes, I have one of those. His name is Helenix. So, you didn't kill Helenix?
Kill me? Noob, are you planning on turning against me? And trying to kill me?
I don't know what this guy is talking about. I swear!
You swear? Well, I'll swear. If you even think about trying anything, why, I'll gut your circuits, mister.
It is against my programming to hurt humans.
You know what? I'm not even gonna risk it. This has been a long time coming, Buster. I'm removing all your weaponry.
But that would leave me defenseless?
Noob, with the logic programming you have saved to your hard drive, you're already defenseless. Still, I can't risk it.
Dickie, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Good to see you, though, Helly.
Scott Bakula!
So, before we begin, you wanna tell me? Who was that guy? He's part of your secret plan to terminate me, isn't he?
No, not really. I don't even... What? Help! Scott Bakula, it worked for him! Well, that was weird.
Are you okay, Noob? Are you feeling confused by seeing Helenix again?
Not as confused as I am about the fact that we are now made out of blocks.
Whoa, we are. This is pretty different.
Yeah, do I even have any circuits?
Hey, cool! A peaky worker droid! I can't wait to tell Pace!
Hey there, I'm Dickie, and this is my droid, Noob.
I'm Rowan Freemaker! Your droid is so cool!
I like this Brit bag.
Hey, Rowan, do you know somebody by the name of Hondo Onaka by any chance?
I do! I know exactly where to find him.
Seriously? Can you bring us to him?
Follow me!
Will our heroes finally find Hondo Onaka? Tune in next time on Dickie and the Noob. In August, because July's episode of Dickie and the Noob will be preempted by our annual celebration of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the SWGOHs. That's right, tune in to the third segment for awards every week in the month of July. And make sure to join the Escape Podcast Discord for your chance to vote on your favorites for the 2022 SWGOH Awards, which this year will be hosted by none other than the Noob.
Oh, great. Meatbags celebrating their meatbag games. Joy. Are you really sure you want me hosting this thing?
You're listening to the Escape Pod Cast.
And welcome back to the show, ladies and gents. It's Patreon's choice. It's time for us to answer some questions.
Bob fell asleep.
Bob fell asleep. Okay.
Bob fell asleep. So, all right. Yeah, we didn't do Patreon's choice last year. So, last week. I'm sorry. I just saw that somebody had something that they lost a year ago pop up on my Discord as soon as I. All right. So we didn't do it last week, so now we're going to be doing 2 weeks worth of Patreon's choice questions. If you have any questions and you're not a Patreon, you can use channel points to have us answer them. If you're a Patreon, they're free on the Discord. All right. Zaz asks, top 3 comedy movies: Basketball, Biodome, and Clue.
I will go Basketball, A Fish Called Wanda, and Earth Girls Are Easy.
Top 3 musicals. Are you a musical guy?
Yeah, I like my musicals.
Okay.
I will go with Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I'll go with South Park, Bigger, Longer, Louder, Uncut. And I will go with West Side Story.
There are times when you get suckered into drugs and alcohol and sex with women.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Bigger, Longer, Louder, Uncut is a musical. It may be a film. It may be animated, but it's still a musical.
It is a musical. I'm going to go stage musicals only in this situation. I'm going to have to go American Idiot, Avenue Q, and Rent. Those are my
Okay.
personal 3 favorite. Top 3 non-Star Wars sci-fi movies. Fifth Element.
Okay.
Fifth Element, Original Matrix, and oh man. Let me think about the other one. What do you got, Neil?
Well, I mean, I'll go with
Space Quest.
Okay, I'll go with Aliens. Just the entire franchise. Obviously, not every single Aliens franchise movie is particularly that good, but still, Aliens for James Cameron. Always the number 2. Always. Sticking with Cameron, I would go then Terminator 2. So Aliens and Terminator 2, so real Cameron fest here. And then another sci-fi, not Star Wars. Something I would probably we are talking science fiction here, not science fantasy. So
you could do science fantasy. I mean, I just did Fifth Element. That's science fantasy.
I'll go with Back to the Future.
Okay. There we go. Top 3 favorite authors. I'll go first. You'll probably duplicate me on one of them. Timothy Zahn.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Chuck Palahniuk. And then also, I would have to say William R. Forstchen, who wrote a book about the Magic the Gathering thing. There was an old book, actually got me into reading back when I was younger.
Okay, obviously Timothy Zahn. I'll also go Kevin J. Anderson and R.M. Salvatore, because he did Vector Prime. You know, never cried so much reading a book than I did reading that one. So yeah, there we go. Those are my three favorite authors.
All right. Moving on to Zaz's final question that he asked last week. Top 3 video games you played as a kid. Mega Man 2, Star Tropics, and Kirby's Dream Course, which all were on Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I'll go with Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter 2.
Bless you. Bless you twice. That was bless you too.
And let's see, what else did I play as a kid? Super Mario Land.
The Game Boy.
No. Yeah, the Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
More than Super Mario Land. I played them both. I had the SNES and the Game Boy, so I played them both.
All right. And then Zaz asked one individual question for you. Did you celebrate the Queen's 70th Jubilee?
No, it went over my head, past me. Just flew straight by me.
All right. Darth Cascade asks, top 3 books from your childhood. That's going to go back to Magic the Gathering Arena, the book that I actually enjoyed reading as a kid. More a, I guess I was early teenager at that point. Then number 2 would have to be The Cat Who Could Read Backwards. There's a whole The Cat Who Could series. I think I've talked about it on the show before. And then finally, there's a monster at the end of this book.
Yeah, mine would be the BFG, Matilda, and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And tag onto that the Great Glass Elevator, which was just from Roald Dahl. The only truly sequel book he wrote, and the reason why he wrote it was because he knew that the movie studio would want the rights to it to make a movie as a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which he did not like. He did not like it that much that he wrote a sequel that he could deliberately withhold from the movie studio. So I'm going to write a sequel, and I'm never going to let you make the movie.
All right. And Sephiranus asks, what is your worst Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes habit that you know doesn't do well, but you keep doing it anyway?
It's probably something to do with GAC.
Yeah, he says an example is like taking unreasonable risks, bad defenses, etc.
For me, it's probably rolling my defense. It's probably rolling my defense after a win, thinking that I can use the exact same strategy and tactics in my next match because it won the previous round.
Clash says, thinking Phoenix will ever be good. Grundy says, playing the game. Thaddeus says, spending money. For me, it would be not caring what level the bugs are, always taking in Treya. My gear 12 triumvirate Treya.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing. I do exactly the same thing, but mine's modded to the heavens, so it doesn't matter that it's gear 12. My gear 12 Treya takes out Relic 5 Clash with Vandal and L3. That's how good my gear 12 Treya is. Takes out the scoundrels.
So last call for any questions, either Patreon or points. While we do that, Neil, what do you got coming up on the Escape Podcast channel?
Probably some GAC. This next round's not going to be good. Probably won't be able to stream it. I'm going to be away pretty much all day tomorrow, helping family clear out some crawl space and throwing it away. So probably not going to be streaming round 2. But I'll definitely stream round 3 at the weekend. Don't know if it'll be Sunday or Monday, but I'll definitely stream them. I got a busy weekend.
Any Runes of Magic? Because we didn't see any last week.
No, we didn't see. Yeah, no, I'm probably not. I've got a lot of stuff to do in the greenhouse this weekend, and yeah, I've got a lot on this weekend. But during the week, obviously it comes to an end, and then we've got a nice big pause. So during that pause, I'll definitely do some Runes of Magic.
Are we going to see GA Center on Thursday night?
We'll see. Yeah, GA Center. We'll see GA Center on Thursday night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though it'll be the last week of the season.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to set expectations for the listeners as long as I get the boards done. Right,
yeah.
Neil?
Yeah, as long as you get the boards done, we'll be doing it Thursday.
All right. Do you have anybody to cover for me next week?
You're not going to be here next week?
No, it's the 10th. It's when the Marlins are in town against the Astros, and I've got tickets for all 3 days.
Well, I mean, I can find somebody to. I can find somebody for you for us to stand in for you if you're not going to be here next Friday. If you can't do the Saturday.
Yeah, we'll. I'll definitely have to see if I could. I mean, maybe we'll do Saturday, but
yeah, we'll see.
If we can't do Saturday, do not expect a show next week. We're gonna take a very, very rare week off, if so. Vault 37 Studios has also, you've been busy, I've been busy, I've been doing so many different edits for work that haven't had time to stream, and just a lot of stuff going on, especially over the Memorial Day weekend. It was crazy, but we'll see if we get back to Kirby. As I said, we thought we beat the game, but we didn't. So we've got that.
That shirt changes are for solo streams.
Yeah.
Not for now.
You noticed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see any new questions coming in. So
nope.
Let's do an early wrap up. And
yeah. Why the hell not? I can get myself to the fast food place.
Oh yeah, I gotta PayPal you $5 so you can go get a donut.
I've got a coupon here so I can get a chicken burger from the big Burger King at the end of the road.
There you
which
go.
Shuts at 10, so I've got just enough time.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in, week out. Our Patreons, our subscribers, every single little bit of support means the world to us. Thank you for the support, even if it's just telling your friends about the show or listening yourself. So, with that being said, please, for the love of Pete, be nice to each other, damn it. Neil?
Push the button.
Don't mind if I do.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gotta be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.